Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians, friends, guests. Welcome. I am Christina Mean. This is my club, our club together. I am your Rotary president for the next 45 minutes or so. I will say, oh my gosh, the year has flown by so fast, so fast. Jenny said I'm not allowed to do Happy Bucks today because we are super, super busy. We've got a full schedule. I do want to do guests, though. If there's any guests, I see some guests here. So who brought you? Or did you bring yourself? Sylvia?
We will hear more about Michaela. She's our scholarship recipient today, and she brought her parents, Lish and Steve.
Good, great. I have a guest today. Well, of course, we have our AG, Eric Baker. He's not really a guest. He's family. He's family. My husband's here today, Dave Amin. So thank you. I see some other guest tags here. Okay, well, welcome. Welcome. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. So Ellen, Kendall, and Caitlin Clapp. Oh, I saw your name today. Thank you. Yes, you sent me an email. Awesome. Great to have you. Any other? Amy's got him.
Hello, I am lucky to be sitting. I am sitting with the Discover Rotary table. So I'm super excited. My longtime friend, Shannon Villanueva, was here for Discover Rotary and joining us for lunch today. We also have Shannon, if you will stand so everybody can see who you are. We also have Tyler King joining us over here next to Pam, also from Discover Rotary. Jonathan Lee on the other side of the table here, and Dennis Gilliand. Did I say that right? Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming to Discover Rotary. I hope you'll come back.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Jane's got a guest.
He's not my guest, but he's not a member of Rotary. He's with Elizabeth Lyons. John Lyons, who, if those of you who remember, did years and years and years of holiday lights, and we love him for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you for being here. And another John.
Yeah, I have Steve Wiggum with me, the founder of the Wiggum Graduate School. He's here to become a new member today.
So thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Any other guests? Andrea?
So we have a visiting Rotarian from the Greenwood Club with us today. This is Katie Nell Keener, and she's a good friend of Heather Hayes. So I'm filling in for Heather today. And Katie is at the Greenwood Genetics Center. So
No, I was just about to say future president a little down the line. So yes. Okay. I'm going to walk across. Okay. All the guests. Awesome. Thank y'all for being here. Okay. My positive thought for the day is keep going. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. You may fall, but you will also eventually find your way forward. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep moving. Take one step, then another until you arrive. And I'm going to give you that at the end of the meeting. Okay? All right. If you'll stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to call your attention to the agenda that's on your table, and it does have a few dates on here. We do have after hours this Thursday, June 25th. There's a new member orientation on July 14th, and our next luncheon will be July 14th. And all of that is in front of you. Since we didn't do Happy Bucks today, I did want to draw your attention to one thing that Dave Carflight told me right before the meeting. So we had not an official goal, but kind of an unofficial goal of raising $5,000 for CART this year. We are $150 short of CART. So those cart buckets that are on your table, those blue cart buckets, I'm going to put $5 in the one that's on mine. If you would please reach into your pocket so we can hit that $5,000 goal, just $150. That's all we need today from all these tables. So I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Charities is up.
Good afternoon. My name is Beth Paget. I'm a member of this club, obviously a past president. And in this capacity, I am president and chair of Rotary Charities. Every couple of years, we are invited to come and give at least a brief explanation about Rotary Charities, what we are, what we do, because a lot of times your only interaction with us is when you see us as one of the options for a charitable donation on your invoice, or you see us as the recipient of our club fundraisers. So what is Rotary Charities? We are the philanthropic arm of the Rotary Club of Greenville. There will not be a test on this, and normal people don't understand this IRS distinction, so you're not expected to. We are the 501c3, which has a special IRS tax status, and it means that not only are the funds we receive tax exempt, they are, in most cases, tax deductible. And so that is what we're going to talk about in a minute. So why was Rotary Charities formed? It was formed in December 1960 because we had some very forward-thinking leaders of the club who decided that down the road, this would be very, very beneficial to the club to have a 501c3, a philanthropic arm attached to it. Rotary Charities exist solely to receive, manage, and distribute the tax-deductible money, the charitable money, the humanitarian money on behalf of the Rotary Club of Greenville. That is our only purpose, our only mission. And so we do that through taking in money from donations, taking in the money from the district grants, and also taking in the money for our fundraisers. We do not put those on, but we are the financial infrastructure behind those. And so that was why it was formed, to give us this huge, huge advantage. The composition of the Charities Board, we are set by IRS standards. We are separate and independent of the Rotary Club of Greenville's Board of Directors, but there is, and this is allowed, there is a lot of commingling there. The three last past presidents are members of the Charities Board. The president of the club is a member of the Charities Board. And then we have 3 at-large members who are usually senior leaders who bring some degree of expertise in service to the charities. And so that's the composition of it. And then also, how is this beneficial to the club? I mentioned the tax advantage for people who make just outright donations. Also, we can receive, as we do, if any of you have a donor-advised fund, we can receive money from a donor-advised fund if you want to give a special gift. We also, if you are as old as I am, we can receive a qualified charitable deduction from your IRA. That helps. Distribution. That helps the accountants behind me. That helps us who have IRAs that we are required to take minimum distributions from. That helps you on your tax. It's a tax advantage. So keep those in mind throughout the year as you hear about us and about opportunities to give. It's a great way to contribute to all the projects that our club does through your gifts to Rotary Charities. And Caroline is going to walk you through our financial process.
I just want to say that Beth and I, part of our friendship is that we correct each other all the time with the information, so it's a good relationship. No, you're okay. You can speak from there. So I'm Caroline Stewart, and I am the treasurer of Rotary Charities. I am not a past president, but I was a thorn in John Lyon's side at Holiday Lights. I want to talk to you a little bit about how we get our money and how we spend our money. So Rotary Charities has a budget. We actually have a budget that's approved annually. We file a 990. We file with the Secretary of State. We have a lot of, we are the legitimate arm that files all the proper paperwork so that we are in compliance with the government. So the charity's budget is presented by the chair and the treasurer prior to the new fiscal year to the committee. And remember that to the board. And remember that on the board is the current president and the future president and the past president. So people that are very knowledgeable about the board of directors of the Rotary Club of Greenville. And so we do not, Charities is not the one who decides that we're going to adopt this thing to spend our money on, or we're going to spend our money on that item, or we're going to spend it on this project. That guidance comes from the board of directors of the club. And we are able to source funding with grants from the district. And we apply for 2 grants each year usually. Alexander Elementary School is one of the grants that we apply for. And this year, Rebuild Upstate is the other grant that we will apply for. That grant application means that we get money from the district. So as an example, if the district gives us $5,000, then the club has to match the $5,000 out of the money that we earn or the donations that you make to charities or whatever. So it's a matching. They don't fund the whole project. They fund half of it. But really what happens with that is we probably would spend money on those projects anyway, and it just allows us to spend more money with those entities and support them better. So we thank the district for those grants. We also have a couple of other things that we donate money to annually, and one of them is the scholarship fund. We have 4 scholars that receive 4 years worth of scholarship benefits from the club. That is also an option on your invoice to help support those scholarship funds. They are not fully funded by your contributions. Even if everyone in the club gave the requested amount, we would still not fully fund those. So the balance of those is funded by other contributions or a fundraiser or things like that. So those are really important for us to be able to fund those scholarships. The other long-standing projects are the Teacher of the Year Awards, and those we have given for a number of years, and that is a $5,000 obligation from charities annually for that. For a few years, we had someone who sponsored that for us fully, but we don't have that now. So when you wonder about where your $50, your two $50 optional donations go, one of them goes to the scholarships and the other one goes to the general fund, and that can help pay for a number of things and are really critical to the success of Rotary Charities being able to meet the obligations. But more importantly is supporting the fundraiser, the annual fundraiser that we have. It is critical that we all support that with our time and efforts so that we have the money to give to these other entities that we support in the Greenville community. That's what Rotary is about. That's what we're about, is supporting our community. And so charities is just the vehicle for us to be able to do that. Guidance comes from the club to charities. We create the budget, we approve the budget, we send the budget to the board. And so we are really just a vehicle. Would you want to change anything on that, Beth? No, good. Oh, I passed. Yeah, I did. After the meeting, I'm happy to answer any questions anybody has. I'm in a black and white polka dot dress. I don't see another one out there, so I'm probably the only one up here you can find, but you're welcome to come ask me questions if you want to. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. As many of you know, I joined the Rotary Club of Greenville just last November. One of the first areas that immediately interested me was our scholarship program, because it represents Rotary commitment to investing in future leaders who truly embody service above self. This year, we reviewed many outstanding applications and invited 5 finalists to interview. The selection process was not easy because all of the candidates demonstrated remarkable academic achievement, leadership, and service. I'm especially proud to serve as the sponsor for this year's scholarship recipient, Michaela Simpson. What impressed me most about Michaela is not only her academic excellence and her plans to study computer science at Clemson, but also her deep commitment to serving others, especially children and families, through her work with front porch housing. I'm excited for you to meet her today and hear her story.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say thank you so much for honoring me with this amazing scholarship. I was really excited to find out that I received it. I'm looking forward to making community service a big part of my time at Clemson. Often when I meet someone new and they find out that I'm studying computer science, they assume that I must not like people and that I probably prefer to just sit in front of a computer all day. But in truth, I love to serve, especially children. It's something that I found over the past few years that brings me a lot of joy. So throughout high school, I've been working and volunteering at the children's program in Front Porch Housing. For those of you who don't know, Front Porch Housing is a supportive housing community for people coming out of difficult backgrounds. When I first started volunteering there, I started at the summer camp for kids, and I'll admit there were a lot of hard days. It can be hard to connect with the kids or manage them, but I do want to share with you all the experience I've had being able to invest in those relationships. And so I wanted to share with you all this book that I received from one of the little boys at Front Porch. It seems really simple, but it was a really sweet gift. And so I'll read you a few pages. The first page says, "I love you, Michaela. We like to read. You're my friend. We like to play together." And it ends with, "You love me." It's really sweet. And so when I first knew this boy, I was just another one of the volunteers to him. But now 3 years later, I've gotten to see how much our relationship has grown. Now we're able to just spend time together and read. Just recently, got a bug hunting tool belt for his birthday, and he was so excited to show me so that we could go bug hunting together. But I would say that this book represents to me the biggest lesson that I've learned in serving, which is the importance of steady and consistent presence. Being willing to show up for people over and over again, even when it's not fun or convenient, but it's because it allows us to create those strong relationships that we can build with people over time. So I would say that's the biggest lesson I've learned so far. Another huge thing I've learned through serving is just that the world is so much bigger than outside my little bubble. It can be so easy to judge people based on their looks, experiences, or behavior, but my time serving has taught me that pretty much everyone just has the same basic desires, which is to feel loved and to be seen. And so that's taught me the importance of compassion and being willing to sit with people in those hard moments. It can be tempting to think of myself as a good person for wanting to go and volunteer my time, but I would say that I've received just as much as I've given. Every time I get to see these kids, I get to be on the receiving end of those hugs and laughs and smiles, and it's something that is just really sweet to experience. And so I think it represents that really cool mutual give and take relationship in serving. It's what builds those strong communities where each person is just willing to give up what they have to offer. And so I wanted to say thank you so much for making this scholarship possible. I hope to be a good steward of it. As I go to Clemson, I hope to find a couple places I can consistently serve at for the next 4 years, and I look forward to sharing with you all what I've learned. Thank you.
Thank you, Michaela. That was very inspiring. I love Front Porch Housing personally. We go for, if you've been to our coffee and conversation, we go to Inspire Coffee sometimes, and that supports them as well. They do a lot of good things. So that being said, I know your agenda says Blue Badge Ceremony. Those folks cannot be with us today, so we're going to skip that. We are, however, going to have multiple awards up here. Some of people aren't here, and I'm not going to skip their names. I will say them whether you're here or not. If you hear your name, please come forward. Christine is going to be my handy helper and pass out these awards. I reached out to Christine and Jeremy a few months ago and said, what would you think if I just did it? So this is just doing it. And we have a myriad of things up here, from thrift stores to storage units to all different things. But I think it's going to be fun, and I'm happy for everybody to be here to join us with us. If your name isn't called, please know this does not lessen your value to the club. It takes all kinds of strengths to make our club thrive, many of which may not be reflected in today's recognitions, but truly we're appreciative of all of them. So first up is our Early Bird Awards. This recognition goes to those that constantly show up early for our luncheons, sometimes picking their dessert first. This year's recipients are Bill Raines, John Kent, and Sunny Handa. John, I know you're here. Come on up. Come on. When you hear your name, you got to come up. Come on now. Early bird gets the worm. Yeah, we're going to go. Actually, Amy, I've got these two ladies handling it. Sit right down. They're going to go here by the flag. We love you. I want you to sit down. Oh, keep moving. Christine, way over here. Okay, so our most inquisitive award, also, I don't think she's here, but this award goes to a member who consistently asks thoughtful questions that elevate our speaker program. And this year's recipient, though she's not here, is Peggy Brock. So we'll give her that. Joyful Presence Award. Thank you for your joy, positivity, and steady smile you bring to every gathering. Your presence makes a difference. This year's recipients are Sarah McAda, Charlie Kaler, and Chris Rigby. Our next group of awards goes to Rotarians that have consistently shown up in the lives of children at Alexander Elementary School as recurring readers. I hope that I have the complete list. Lucy Henry, Thomas Sanders, Mike Snively, Pam Alexander Powell, Derek Lewis, Rob Rowan, Victoria Novak, Ron DeMonet, Brad Schneider, Scott Powell, Christine Thompson, Luke Rhodes, Rusty Infinger. Come on up. If you hear it, come on up. Emily Bowen, Roger Heitzig, Tom Hendricks, and Pam Weaver. And we also have books up. Awesome. So I've got another big group coming up. So when you hear your name, please start making your way. This goes to our luncheon logistic champions. If you've ever seen me before a meeting, I'm going west the same time that I am going east. And these Rotarians help me with making sure that guests and Rotarians alike are checked in and welcomed. Come up to receive your compass. Kendra Williams, Caroline Stewart, Brian Little, Heather Hayes, Laura Nicholas, Chris Rigby, Jeremy Hart, Betty Weist, Elizabeth Razor, Brad Schneider, Ryan Brown, Kenny George, Tom Hendricks, Deborah Giordano, Lucy Henry, Jane Dyer, Charlie Kaler, Matthew Hoffman, J.C. Boffey, Jim Perrier, and Iris Park. This is our Knowledge Award. This recognition goes to Rotarians who some might say have longer teeth than others. We can always count on them to give us an answer or at least lead us in the right direction. This year's recipients are Beth Paget, Jane Dyer, and Terry Weaver. I think both of these are missing. The Tech Trailblazer Award. This recognition goes to members who are helping shape how our club connects, communicates, and shows up in the digital space. This year's recipients are Alex Darst and Luke Rhodes. Another absentee, the Next Generation Award. This recognition goes to our youngest member who represents the future of our club. We are excited to have their energy, perspective, and engagement as part of our organization, and we look forward to seeing how they will continue to grow with us. This year's recipient, who recently graduated and is starting in the business world, is Lucas Mattingly. We have for him a Who Moved My Cheese book. The Mr. Fix-It Award. This recognition goes to those who've been consistent in helping with project help that required tools, from Kringle to Holiday Fair to Rebuild. A special shout out to one of our members of this recipient who also has helped with sewing. Brett Caldwell, Jeremy Hart, and Tom Murphy. Our next award is the Steadfast Supporter Award. This goes to Rotarians who are consistently bring donations when asked, from food to books. This year's recipients are Mary and Tony Cordero, Chris Rigby, and Bob Brunner. Yes. Yes. You will be getting a handy tote for your next donation, as well as a 4-way test coin. And thank you that he's here today. The next award is for consistent attendance. These Rotarians show up consistently for lunch meetings. And if they miss, they are intentional about doing makeup videos online or visiting other clubs and also letting me know. This year's recipients are Brian Little, Greg English, Bill Rains, Roger Heitzig, and Philip Kilgore. Our next award is the Light Bulb Award. Unfortunately, both of these recipients are not here either. These Rotarians who not only have a lot of ideas, but also put the time and energy behind them to see if they can be made possible. This year's recipients are Christina Wieland and Christine Thompson. This is for our exiting board members. Board service often happens quietly through meetings, conversations, problem solving, and decisions made in support of the club. We recognize these outgoing board members for their leadership, commitment, and heart that they've brought to the task. Thank you for saying yes to serving, for helping move this club forward, and for giving so much of your time and talent this year. Amy Randall, Roger Heitzig, Brett Caldwell, Dave Carfelite, Derek Lewis, and Christina Wieland. Our next recognition is the Heart of Hospitality. This recognition goes to those who have opened their doors, their time, and their energy to help us host our events. Your hospitality helps create meaningful experiences and makes our gatherings feel welcoming, thoughtful, and connected. This year's recipients of a pineapple, which is the symbol for hospitality, and a Rotary letter opener are Brian Burrett and Fabian Ontzacher. Our next award is Fundraiser Extraordinaire. This award recognizes a Rotarian who has taken a lead role in our fundraising efforts, helping to support the many ways we serve our community and beyond. Their leadership, dedication, and commitment have played a key role in making our impact possible, and we are deeply grateful for their work behind the scenes and in front of the effort. This year's recipient is Jane Dyer. Our next award is our After Hours Champions. Our After Hours meetings continue to grow because of members who show up, engage, and help create a welcoming environment. Thank you to those who consistently support this gathering and help expand the way our club connects and serves. This year's recipients are TJ DeLuca, Mary Cordero, Tony Cordero, Iris Park, Amy Randall, and Brett Sterbini. Yeah, you get to pick the cocktail glass of your choice. Our next award is our Coffee and Conversation Champions. When Coffee and Conversation was still growing, these members showed up consistently, helped create welcoming conversations, and supported the vision from the beginning. Their steady participation and encouragement helped turn a simple gathering into a meaningful point of connection with our club. This year's recipients are Ryan Brown, Roger Heitzig, and Rob Rowan. Thank you, guys. Our next award is the Cornerstone Award. And it's a little ironic because one of the words here is dependable and two of them are not here, but that's okay. This award recognizes Rotarians whose steady presence, dependable support, and calming influence help make our club stronger. This year's recipients are Philip Kilgore, Wade Kolb, and Derek Lewis. Okay, I have 3 left. Stay with me. Saints of the System Award. This recognition goes to individuals who have navigated complex processes, endless details, and a system that hasn't always made things easy. all while remaining patient, flexible, and incredibly supportive. Thank you for your partnership, your problem solving, and your steady leadership behind the scenes. I truly could not do it without you. Caroline Stewart and Lisa Minnick, come get your wine. This next award is our Community Cheerleader Awards. This recognition goes to members who consistently champion our club, both in meetings and in the community. They bring energy, encouragement, and enthusiasm wherever they go, helping to strengthen our presence and lift the spirit of those around them. We are deeply grateful for their constant support and positivity. This year's recipients of a Rotary colored theme pom-pom are Jay Handler, Rusty Infinger, Christina Wieland, Amy Randall, Jeff Petus, and Susie Tumplin. Okay, last one. So first, a note on the books that Christine likes to tell stories about me. The books I pick from are books that have been given to me to select from that Alexander Elementary School wants. So sometimes they make sense and sometimes they don't. This year's book is an appreciation of Christine's leadership for this year. She asked members to be engaged and enthusiastic, and she showed that herself by showing up for service projects, meetings, and district events. Christine lives a very full life and made a lot of time for Rotary this year, and I'm very appreciative of her doing that. So this book speaks to Christine's strength of being thoughtful, to listening to everyone involved. Before you see the title on the back, it is important to note. It says, "This is a clever tale with an effective message about how to handle relationships and conflict. It is, however, called Enemy Pie." So I just want to say thank you to everyone who was recognized today and every member who continues to show up, support, and serve in your own way. What we've celebrated today is a very small snapshot of what makes the impact of this club together, and I appreciate all of you.
So I really want to say thank you to Jenny for putting that together. As most of you know, she is the backbone of this club, and I could not have gotten through this year without her. And darn it, I'm such a crier. So it is what it is. I've learned to live with it. But thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. That was a little private joke between me and Jay. Okay. My final speech for the year. As I come to the end of my term as president, I want to express my sincere gratitude for the opportunity to serve this remarkable club. This year has been filled with service, fellowship, and meaningful impact in our community and beyond. We have continued our support of Alexander Elementary School with teachers' treats, beginning of the year barbecue, other special teachers' meals, food for the students to take home during school breaks, classroom readers, a hybrid version of Happy Feet this year, in which we donated money to families in need. This year, we also had a new big project at a Child's Haven preschool, building the Serenity Garden. Oh, let me back up. One thing I wanted to do, so everybody get their feet ready. I want you to stand up if you have volunteered for any project with Alexander Elementary School. Readers, barbecues, teachers' lunches, bringing food. All right. Give yourselves a round of applause. This year, we had a new big project at a Child's Haven preschool, building the Serenity Garden. I can't thank Amy enough for organizing that, for championing it, for keeping her volunteers organized and enthusiastic. Especially thank Brett Caldwell and Jeremy Hart, who brought in their construction talents, engineering talents, design talents, tool talents. You guys did an amazing job, but there were a lot of other volunteers out there, so I'd like you to stand up if you volunteered with the Serenity Garden at a Child's Haven. We also worked with Rebuild Upstate, adding a safe walkway so that a senior couple could safely remain in their home. Thank you, Tom, for organizing that project. And I would like everybody to stand up if they volunteered on that project. None of what was accomplished was the work of one person, as you can see. It was the result of dedicated members who volunteered their time, shared their talents, and lived out Rotary's motto of service above self. I also want to go back and thank Jane Dyer for the amazing, amazing job that she did with Holiday Fair. She well deserved that award, and I didn't quite identify to everybody. It is a Santa Claus who is laying down on December 26th. Yes. And if anybody was there at the end of Holiday Fair this year, Jane did finally say, okay, I have to go home. So thank you so much. We raised $40,000 this year. I'd like everybody who worked with Holiday Fair to please stand up. Heather Hayes is not here today, but she has taken on the big project of next year's fundraiser. So ask everybody for their support. I'd like to thank Pam Weaver, who tirelessly organizes our service committee, and Scott Powell, who organizes our food drives. So I would like everybody who is on a service committee and has helped with the food drives at Alexander to stand up. So Beth Paget, you might as well just stand up. So thank you so much to Beth for all her hard work on Charities Board with Caroline. But Beth also was monumental in getting our grant done for the Serenity Garden. We were on the phone a few hours, her and Amy and I, and when we had one plan for a child's haven, and then we had to pivot to another plan, and Beth was there holding our hands the whole way. So thank you, Beth, for that. Oh, want to thank my tech team. I love these guys. They do. Terry does a lot of work behind the scenes that y'all don't even see. So I want to thank him for all of his time. Even when he's overseas on trips, he is organizing slides, making sure that the rest of his team has everything that they need. And thank you to Rob Rowan this year, who organized our social event at Greenville Theater. I loved it. Maybe we'll do a social event next time at, oh, my mind just, Center Stage. Thank you. Thank you. That just went out of my mind for a second. Okay, I am especially grateful to all of our board members, committee chairs, volunteers, whose hard work making our projects and events successful. Your commitment is what makes this club strong. And as I said, where would I be without my executive director, Jenny? Thank you so much to her. Of course, I have to thank my ever supportive better half, who's here today, who has supported me every step of the way. This past year, we started this journey together and thankfully are ending the year still together. So one of the greatest privileges of being president has been witnessing the generosity, leadership, and friendship that define our club. Rotary is more than meetings. It is a community of people working together to make a difference. One of the great privileges of being president is I get to name Rotarian of the Year. And it's just me. I don't have to get board approval. I did call a friend, Jenny. So I am proud to announce today that my Rotarian of the Year is Amy Rand. If you want the box that came in, we have to get a picture in front of the banner. I am finally coming to an end. Jeremy, I'm ready to pass the gavel to you. It has been a pleasure to sit beside you this year. So as I pass the gavel to our incoming president, Jeremy Hart, I do so with confidence and excitement. Our club is in good hands, and I know even greater things lie ahead. Every Rotary Club president likes to put their own spin and personality on the club, and I'm sure that Jeremy will be no different. I encourage all of us to continue supporting our new leadership with the same enthusiasm and engagement and dedication that have always been hallmarks of the club, and follow Jeremy faithfully into the new year. I am turning over this gavel to you. No, 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 no.
Not sad.
And I am giving him my book of A Year of Positive Thinking.
Oh.
But don't worry, I am not leaving the club. I am hoping to step back and chair some of these projects that I didn't have time to chair this year. So I look forward to working with all of you into the next year and beyond, as they say in Toy Story. And it's all yours, Jeremy.
Well, thank you. Don't leave yet. And as immediate past president, she does have a lot of responsibilities
Mhm.
by the books, so she can't leave us.
Oh, no, it is. That's mine.
Oh.
I get to keep that one.
Oh, so I was giving her, so okay. All right. So Christine, thank you so much for your work this year. You've led a very successful year, and we've all made very good memories. And I think we've all become better friends and more of a family. So thank you so much for that.
Definitely.
Thank you. And the first thing I need to note on here is that you have learned to make your font much bigger on your notes than I have, and mine is not. So first off, I just want to thank everybody for giving me this chance to serve you as your president for the coming year. Thanks to Eric Baker for being here today, our assistant district governor, and already providing guidance to me, and also for all the future guidance you're going to provide throughout the year, that I'm sure. And Christine, again, thank you for your leadership and your guidance on the very successful year. To all of our board of directors, outgoing and incoming, thank you so much. Our leadership team, everyone that's already been recognized today, that's outstanding. That is awesome. And then last but not least, Jenny, who is really keeping all of us on track, as you know. So I just wanted to go over a little bit of a background on me and kind of some plans for the next year. And I do know that we're getting close to time, so I'm going to try to be brief, which is a good thing for me. So my Rotary journey, just wanted to tell you a little bit about that. So in 2015, while I was living in Statesboro, Georgia, my boss approached me and told me, join Rotary. And it wasn't a choice. And I didn't know anything about Rotary other than the plaques I saw downtown and rumors that I heard that it was just a club where old men come together and have a good time and banter back and forth in during meetings. But I joined. I learned that the meaning of Rotary was so much more than I had ever imagined. Just the impact that it provides to the community and the world, and to me. I've been, as I'm sure you experienced, you become a better leader. I've already working on surpassing my public speech. I hate talking in front of people, so this has been helping with that. But anyways, that experience and just meeting Rotarians and just the commonality that we all share with supporting others that are less fortunate than us, it just inspired me. And it became to a point too where I wasn't just a member because I had to, but because I want to. So that led to me serving my first club in different leadership positions, and then finally to the president-elect position before I got another call from my boss telling me that I needed to move to some town in South Carolina that I didn't know anything about either, except for our biggest rival, because Georgia Southern University is in Statesboro. Our biggest rival, Furman University, is there. And the only time I've ever been here was for a football game. So anyways, fast forward a couple months later, living in Greenville for the first time and looking for places to get engaged. Looked at a couple of different Rotary clubs in town, And finally, after coming to a meeting here and doing some community service projects with you guys, got plugged in and found my Rotary home. So thank you so much for that. And then somehow got plugged in, and I am now to be your president of this year. So I don't know how that happens, but I want to kind of talk about our Rotary theme for this year. So let me get the banner first. All right, so Rotary themes. So if you didn't know, the yearly themes for Rotary began in 1949, I believe. 1949, I was correct. Okay. So underneath International President Percy Hodgson, he's the one that started the idea of having a yearly theme. And since then, it has become a yearly tradition, and it also is accompanied with a bunch of different branding and merchandise and all kind of other things. So, let's see where I am. So for this year, and being from South Georgia, I am not going to try to pronounce his first name, but President Babaloa, he has charged all members, as well as I'm charging you, to create lasting impact, which is this year's theme. And we're going to do this by 3 different ways that he has set out. Make our club more welcoming, carrying out impactful and meaningful projects, and allowing the Rotary experience to transform us personally. So that is the theme of this year's Rotary year. I'm going to put this right here. Is that bigger than last? How about that? Okay. All right. So this year's theme follows along with the current Rotary International Strategic Action Plan, and that follows 4 main priorities: increase our impact, expand our reach, enhance participant engagement, and increase our ability to adapt. So I'm going to walk through how we're going to be addressing these items this coming year. So overall, our vision for this Rotary year is the Greenville Rotary Club will become a more welcoming, engaging, and fun organization where members enjoy serving and building a stronger, more inclusive community together. All right, so I'm going to go through these real quick because I know we're getting short on time. But our first goal, increase our impact. So our goal is to provide and track meaningful service opportunities. So how we're going to do this, we're going to continue providing, of course, many service opportunities for everyone to get involved with. We've already talked about I think Carol mentioned our district grant applications this year and things we're going to be involved in, and we're going to continue our involvement with our other service opportunities that we have already have established. And then as far as funding our impact initiatives with this, as was mentioned, we're transitioning away from our event-based major fundraiser, but we're going to continue the Christmas theme, and we're going to transition that over into the Kringle Holiday Countdown calendar. So more information is going to be coming on that soon. It's going to be, I think it's going to be fun and rewarding, and hopefully a profitable experience as well. So number 2, expand our outreach or expand our reach. So the goal is to expand our reach by focusing on member retention, sustain and grow diverse membership, and build on strong ability to attract new members. So this club already attracts members very well. That's something we do good. What we're going to continue focus on is member engagement and retention. So we've got a number of measures that it's in place. The leadership teams have been working on to kind of enhance the new member onboarding experience. One of those things that we've been working on is easing of the membership fee payment by transitioning from yearly to quarterly billing. You've already seen that. That's already been implemented. And also promoting our after hours club more, and making sure that everyone knows they're not mutually exclusive. You can go to either meeting as you need to that fits your schedule. So that is expanding our reach. We're also going to be working on enhancing our participant engagement, engaging everyone in the club, encouraging everyone to become more participate more, to not only benefit us, but also benefits each and individual member. So I'm going to skim over that. And then our last goal, increasing our ability to adapt. So this goal is to explore new opportunities through innovation, evidence, and educated risk to make Rotary more efficient, representative, flexible, and effective. So how we're going to do that, we're going to work on our meeting environment, making it more welcoming, support more diverse membership, and we're also working on other technology-based incentives to enhance the member experience. One that we're working on now, thanks to Terry, is working on providing those with our hearing impaired members with the option of having all these meetings have closed captions available for all of these meetings on their cell phone. So that's something that's ongoing. There'll be more information coming out on that soon. And we've got some other things that I'm not going to talk about because we're running out of time. So anyways, thank you again for the opportunity. I look forward to working with each and every one of you. If you have any questions, suggestions, comments, anything, feel free to reach out anytime to me or anyone from our board of directors or leadership team. So thank you guys so much. And while we're all still standing, we're going to go ahead and continue the 5-way test. There we go. All right. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build good, real, and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And will it be fun? All right, thanks. Meeting adjourned. I don't have a gavel. Hey, there we go. Thank you. I was thrown off. I thought there were, I thought in the beginning.